3, 2, 1. Hey friends, and welcome to another episode of Hanging with Janky. I hope you all are doing good this week. You may notice a slight change. I've decided to embrace the meme this week. No, the truth is I saw this smug Wendy's meme going around on Twitter, and because I'm from Ohio, where secret Wendy's is from, and because I will do anything to do a goof, I did this. You may fault me for many things on YouTube in my YouTube career, but what you cannot fault me for is my dedication to doing a goof. I made this. I made a red yarn wig. It used up all the rest of the red yarn I had left, but I think it was worth it. I think it was worth doing it. And that's a little lesson in YouTube, guys. You have to be willing to go the whole 9 yards. You have to be willing to sit for 5 hours? 5 hours and make yourself a yarn wig so that you can do a goof? What is my life? Alright, let's get going. Channel talk and subs and all that junk. Alright, we'll go. Let's go. Alright, guys. Alright, we're good. So, let's start with what got up on the channel. Unfortunately, not a ton. As you may know if you follow me on Twitter, I had some internet problems this week, so I couldn't get a lot of stuff done that I wanted to get done. So Thursday and Friday were kind of a wash for me, but I can tell you what I did get up in the first days of the week, which is 2 Janky's Labs, 1 Get to the Orange Door, and the other one Renown Explorers. Renown Explorers was a absolute blast. I love that game. Check it out. They just released an expansion called Emperor's Orders. It is so much fun. It is an adventure management game, and there are some fighting mechanics and things. It's cool. I would just suggest checking out the Janky's Lab, but it's a fun game. Check it out. Then Get to the Orange Door, which I also mentioned, is a parkour game. Didn't care for it as much. Some of the controls were a little wonky, but it's respectable, you know. You can at least check it out and be like, oh, alright. Plus, it's a downloadable demo right now on Steam, so there is that. Then the other thing I got out was a Janky's Junk Drawer, which is the new thing that I don't know what to call it. It's for the videos that aren't gaming related that I just make because I think they'd be hilarious. And this one was all about the secrets of succeeding on YouTube, and it's gotten 20 views, so I think I nailed it, guys. I think I got it. I think it was perfect. Anyway, it's fun. It's a cool new series. Check this one out because I get to sort of, I don't want to say make fun of, but you know, there are like certain tropes that people do on YouTube, like standing up and YouTubing and doing impressions and doing voices and having accents and all these sorts of things that, you know, a lot of YouTubers have or do or whatever. So I just kind of like rib on it a little ribbing for those people. It's cool. They're more successful than I am, so it's fine. They don't care at me. They don't care that I'm making fun of it. It's fine. We're all good. We're all good here. As for what's coming up on the channel, let me tell you guys about it. I have a few things planned. First of all, more Janky's Junk Drawer, possibly Smug Wendy. They'll be making a comeback of some sort on the next one. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but it'll be something. I can tell you that, so look forward. Then I do have a couple Janky's Labs planned. There were things that I wanted to get to this week, but I didn't get a chance to. The Hello Neighbor Alpha 4 is out now, which I definitely want to put on a Janky's Lab because I already played Alpha 1 and 2 on the channel. Tried playing Alpha 3. Alpha 3 was just, I think it crashed on me. And then when it didn't crash, I couldn't tell what I was supposed to be doing because they like destroyed the lighting in the house. Whatever. I'm looking forward to Alpha 4 because it looks real good. This is the first draft of the final house, I believe, is what they said this one was. So it's like the final layout of the house and final art style, I think, too, and all that stuff. So it'll be good. It'll be cool to see that one. So I'm looking forward to that. The other Janky's Lab I have planned is for a game called Super Rude Bear Resurrection, which a key was sent to me, and I haven't got a chance to check it out yet because, you know, internet problems, but I can't wait to check it out. It'll be super cool, and definitely look forward to that Janky's Lab as well. Also on the docket, there will probably be some more Astroneer with MEK, which is a series that hasn't happened in a while. As you know, I have Pit People with Joe, and then I also had a little side series that I was doing with Emmy. It started as Astroneer, then for a little bit we went to Ultimate Chicken Horse, and ultimately we'll probably go back to Astroneer. We might be recording some of that. It's been a while, but it's always fun because we sing and we laugh and we have a good time, so that's always a fun one to do. Then the last thing on the docket is a Janky's Uncensored, because I owe you guys one, and it will probably be Blossom Tales, because I still haven't touched that game since I played on Janky's Lab, and I know that was the one that you guys voted for on that Twitter poll that was from like 3 weeks ago, so I will definitely be recording some of that for you guys as well, which is sweet. And that's pretty much all I have coming up on the channel. Maybe not all of those videos will be up, because I think I'm going to cut back on how many videos I do a week, possibly. I don't know. I'm thinking of cutting down to like 5, maybe taking like Monday or Wednesday off, I'm not sure. But they are on the docket, so they may be coming up. Watch the channel. They might be there. Maybe. Some of them. Okay, they definitely will all be up eventually. You know what? Then cut to the next thing, future Janky. Cut. Okay, and that's everything that's going on with the channel. So let's go ahead and move on to thanking subs. We are still holding steady at 227. However, it looks like some people have dropped, but some people have moved in to take their place. So I have someone to thank this week. Let me get to thanking them. This week, I would like to thank Dark Worlds HD for subbing the channel. Got some Prey going on over on his channel. I think it's the new one that just released, yes? I think, yes. Yeah, so if you are interested in the game Prey, definitely go check it out over on his channel, Dark Worlds HD. There will be a link down below. Did I remember to put the links on the last time, Jay? Did I remember to do that? I don't think I remember to do that. I should go back and do that. Anyway, thank you, Dark Worlds HD, for subbing the channel. I appreciate it. You're an awesome person. And to all 227 of you here on the channel, all you members of the Jank Squad, I just want to let you guys know that I think you are all amazing, wonderful human beings. Never forget that. Never forget that. You are perfect, you are wonderful, you are accomplished, and I want you to go out and change the world because I believe you can. And if nothing else, you changed my world. You made me feel better because you liked my content. And that is something. And that is a start, and you can go out and change more people's lives, because I know you can. And thank you. And I hope that you continue to enjoy the content here on the channel. Alright, with all that mushy mush out of the way, let's go ahead and move on into gaming news. Well, I gotta tell you guys before we get into gaming news, I kind of changed up the format a little this week, and I would love to hear your feedback on it. I'm starting off with a segment that I am calling Quick News, which is just sort of general one-liner news or two-liner news from around the internet. Basically things that are going on in gaming. They're either pretty self-explanatory or I don't have a ton to say on, so I just kind of want to get them out there so you guys know what's happening, but I don't want to put too much time into making little segments for each of them because I don't have a lot to say on them. So I would love to hear your guys' feedback on it, but for now, let's just go ahead and move on into quick news. Alright, so what's the quick news around the net this week? Well, Bob Ross Smite Bundle. Yes, the hero Sylvanus is getting a Bob Ross skin, so if you love Bob Ross and those happy little trees, definitely go check that out. Speaking of things that make you just a little bit creeped out, Prey has launched this week. Yes, the survival horror game has been launched. You are trapped on a space station and vying to get away from aliens. If you have been waiting for this game, it is now out, so definitely go check it out. Speaking of places where you can escape from, the Zero Escape trilogy has been ported to the PS4, or will be ported to the PS4. It is an awesome trilogy. I would definitely suggest checking it out. It is sweet. Speaking of things you can escape from, Outlast 2 has been patched to lower the difficulty. The microphone on the camera no longer uses battery power, so whenever you're in the dark and trying to listen for the enemies coming at you, you can now use your camera's microphone to do that without wasting a whole bunch of battery. Also, the general difficulty of the game has been lowered in normal mode while staying the same on hard and nightmare. Speaking of things being patched, Yooka-Laylee has gotten patched so that speedrunners and that stupid camera have been fixed, So that camera is fixed now, it doesn't glitch through things, I assume, and also the game has been made ready for speedrunning. Speaking of speedrunning, Cheezo5 has broken the Super Mario 64 120 speedrunning record at a record time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, 57 seconds, breaking all previous records, including his own. Congratulations to Cheezo5 for breaking the 120 star game complete speedrunning record. And that is everything going on in quick news. Alright, so what else is happening in gaming news? Well, here's a story for you. A fan found the original code of StarCraft in a junk box. So, this dude was just buying a box of junk off eBay, I guess. Apparently, it was from like some abandoned storage unit. And while he was looking through the box, he found something marked Gold Master Source Code for StarCraft. What? So of course, he had no idea whether this was actually like a legitimate thing or not, and he ended up doing a Twitch stream where he basically went through and started opening the files, and that's clearly what it was the original StarCraft source code. I mean, of course you can get StarCraft for free now, but still, like the fact that someone just had the source code, like, what's going on? Anyway, of course, there were plenty of Blizzard fans that were watching this stream that he was doing. Also, he talked about it on Reddit and Twitter and Instagram and all these other places, and they were just like, dude, you should probably just give it back to Blizzard. Then Blizzard contacts the guy and he's like, maybe you should give it back to us. And he's just like, yeah, I think I will give it back to you. Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan. This story has the ultimate happy ending though, because not only did the dude return it to Blizzard, which was of course the good thing to do, but Blizzard rewarded him with a whole bunch of swag. Oh my goodness. Free passes to BlizzCon so he could talk with the developers, all sorts of Overwatch swag and Diablo stuff, and you just like, you have to see you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get a picture so I can put the picture of all this swag up here, because it is a ton of stuff. And that's super awesome, right? He gets rewarded for doing the right thing, which is super cool. So this is a lesson for all of you people out there who might accidentally find a stolen source code to a game, return it to the developer, and get lots of free stuff. That's what I learned today. I hope that's what you learned too. Speaking of awesome things going on with developers, the Tribeca Games Festival launched this year to smashing success with their star guest, Hideo Kojima, who talked even more about Death Stranding. So of course I told you guys last year during E3 I would keep you guys updated on this game whenever I heard new things, so obligatory, gotta tell you what he talked about. Basically, it was more like riddly craziness, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, obviously he didn't really tell you about the game, he was basically talking about the engine they're using, which is the Decima engine, and kind of like trying to see what the Decima engine was capable of. So this whole sentence is like metaphor, but it's a weird metaphor, and I'm going to share with you exactly what he said. In an interview, this is what Kojima said. We're trying to see if what we can depict with the Decima engine actually looks like New York, if it scales correctly and feels good there. Let's say the character goes into an Italian restaurant. Who the character meets going into the restaurant, what he will be eating, all of those details are decided and set. What we're working on right now is what kind of table will be there, what kind of specific details will be there, what on the specific menu for the restaurant. And that was the quote, which of course is just like basically cryptic nonsense. I mean, it's not cryptic nonsense. I shouldn't start to say that. What I should say instead is that obviously it's not like, I mean, the game isn't set in New York. He clearly said that. He was just giving like an aloof example of what they're trying to do, which is fair, right? I mean, okay. That's fair. You don't want to reveal games. You don't want to reveal what am I trying to say? God. I get that Kojima is trying to not reveal anything about the game while also trying to tell you about the development process, which is super cool. It's just, if he could maybe just be a little less cryptic, maybe? I don't know, maybe just a little? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Look, I'm looking forward to Death Stranding because everything I've seen of it so far looks really cool, so I'm still looking forward. So now we move into the final news story I have for this week, which introduces another new segment in which I call Audience Opinion. That's the name that I came up with right now, right just now. I'll probably come up with a better one given a little time. I know I ask you for your opinions every week, but I figured maybe if I narrow it down to one story in particular, particularly one that affects the gaming community in a small way, that I think it would just be interesting to have a conversation with you guys, even if it's just through the comments, right? So I just want to hear your thoughts on this one. Let me know. Let me know. That being said, the last story for today is about Mario Kart. So, Mario Kart Deluxe, let's talk about it. So, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been a game that people have been loving on the Switch. It has been selling incredibly well. One of the reasons being that what was DLC on the Wii U, characters like Inkling Girl, Inkling Boy, Link, Link tracks, Zelda tracks, Splatoon tracks, Falcon's Kart, Inkling specific carts, Hyrule carts, all those things that were like cool from other Nintendo franchises and other things that were just DLC that you had to buy on the Wii U version have become commonplace in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They just come with the game. However, this has brought up an interesting conversation in the gaming community, which is, should the game still be called Mario Kart? I mean, yeah, everyone loves all this stuff that's been added, but the thing is, if you're going to continue adding this stuff, which it kind of sounds like Nintendo is looking to go that direction with it, can we still call it Mario Kart if it's not totally focused on Mario anymore? I mean, yeah, sure, there were DK tracks before and stuff like that, but it was all kind of set in the Mario world, and then the other stuff was sort of added in. So the more characters you add in, the more worlds you add in, the more tracks and carts and characters you add in, should the name be changed to something else? A lot of people have been talking about this, and proposed names going around the community right now are things like Nintendo Kart or Super Smash Kart. Personally, I think Super Smash Kart sounds awesome. I would totally play a game called Super Smash Kart. But other people are like, nah, keep it as Mario Kart because that's what we're used to and that's what's cool. So this is what I want to hear your opinion on. Do you think it should still be called Mario Kart? Or do you think that they should change the name to something that better reflects all the characters and places and all those things that they've added to the game? So I'm interested to hear your opinion. Let me know in the comments down there. Hit me up. And that's all I have this week for gaming news, so I hope you guys enjoyed yet another Hanging with Janky. If you did, you can totally leave that like down below. Comments, positive or negative. I'd love to hear about those too. More than anything, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. And until the next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. Hey friends, hope that you liked the video. If you did, you can find more of my content in these links off to the side here. And if you really enjoyed it, you can become part of the year of 1,000 subs here on the channel and use that button down below to subscribe. More than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out.